So, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. I am Chini Legacy Abuzo, and I am the first reporter of our group. So, our topic is about the Metalworks Apply Safety Practices. So, by the end of these lessons, you will be able to identify the hazardous area and how to use protective clothing and devices. So you must be able, after reading this information sheet, you must be able to execute correctly the procedure in identifying hazardous area introduction. This course is designed to enhance the knowledge, desirables, attitudes, and skills to identify the types of hazards in welding and how to avoid them. So, what is hazard? A hazard is something that can cause harm. For example, is electricity, chemicals, working up a ladder, noise, a bully at work, stress, or etc. So, there are type of hazard. There are six main categories of hazard in the workplace. The first one is the safety hazard. So, what is safety hazard? Safety hazards are unsafe working conditions that can cause injury, illness, death, and the most common workplace risk. So, safety hazard is anything that can cause injury, harm, or danger to people. It can be something physical, like wet floor that you might sleep on, or something like faulty wiring that could cause a fire. So the second one is the biological hazard. Biological hazard are organic substances that that present a threat to the health of people and other living organisms. Some examples of biological hazard are mold and fungi, and biological hazard are harmful things that like bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasite that can make you sick. For example, it include food poisoning from bacteria, flu viruses, or mold that cause breathing problems. So there are living things or their effects that can harm your health. The third one is the physical hazard. So physical hazard are substances or activities that threaten your physical safety. This includes unsafe conditions that can cause injury, illness, and death. Physical hazards include exposure to slips, trips, falls, electricity, noise, vibration, radiation, heat and cold, and fire. So, physical hazard is anything that can cause you harm through touch or exposure. For example, this is slippery, slippery floors, sharp objects, loud sound, extreme heat or cold. The fourth one is the fourth one is ergonomic hazard. Ergonomic hazard are physical conditions that may pose risk of injury to the musculoskeletal system, such as the muscles or ligaments of the lower back, tendons or nerves of the hands or wrist, or bones surrounding the knees, resulting in the musculoskeletal disorder. So, for example, is a ergonomic hazard is a worker using a desk that's too high and a chair that's too low, causing strain on their neck, back, and wrist, which could lead to the injuries like back pain or carpal tunnel syndrome. So the fifth one is a chemical hazard. So what is chemical hazard? A chemical hazard is a type of occupational hazard caused by exposure to chemicals in the workplace. Exposure to chemicals in the workplace can cause acute or long-term detrimental health effects. Hazardous chemicals are substances that can cause adverse health effects such as poisoning, breathing problems, skin rashes, allergic reactions, allergic sensation, cancer, and other health problems from exposure. Many hazardous chemicals are also classified as the dangerous goods. So the sixth is the workload. Workload is one of the biggest drivers of work-related stress in the education sector. Excessive workload is a hazard because it may lead to work-related stress, which in turn can lead to ill health, both physical and mental. So what is stress? Risk is a possibility of something that bad happening. So in metalworking, no, so risk means the chance of injury or accidents like cuts, burns, electric shocks, or fires when using tools or machines. So murag delikado gid siya, no. It also includes harm from lifting heavy object or working harmful fumes. So the lesson 2 is to identify the different types of uses of personal protective equipment. So, personal protective equipment. In short, PPE. So, familiar naman siguro tayo ng PPE, no? And the first PPE is the body protection. Either a leather apron or coveralls or work shirt made a frame retardant material will protect the body during arc welding. The brilliant light given off by the electrical and arc produces invisible ultraviolet and infrared rays which can severely burn the eyes and skin. The second one is the arc welding helmets and shield. Helmets and shields are equipped with special filtered lenses that reduce intensity of light and prevent the ultraviolet and infrared rays from reaching the eye. So, expected man no kung mag-welding man kita no kay murag hayag man gid siya no. So kailangan jud natin siya nga need jud siya. And the fourth one is the leather gloves or gloves protect hands from burns during weldings. The glove should be made of thick leather. So, kailangan gid siya baga. No? Kaya kung nipis, magid no, murag mulusot ra ba? So, kailangan gid siya og baga. Aron maka-prevent og burn sa skin. The sixth is the leather cotton sleeves. So, kailangan yun no, nga magsuot og arm protective to protect from burns and spark intense heat. Six is footwear. Never wear open-toed shoes while working with hot metal or welding apparatus just to prevent burn skin. So earmuffs and earplugs are in device that inserted in the ear canal to protect the user ears from loud noises, intrusion of water, foreign bodies, dust, or excessive wind. Since they reduce the sound volume, earplugs are often used to help prevent hearing loss. Welders should be properly clothed and protected because of heat, ultraviolet rays, and spark and produced during the heat weather. In short, jud know nga, wearing PPE or personal protective equipment during metalwork or welding is very important. It protects us from burns, eye injuries, harmful or fumes, or other nga makapakos sa ato og injury organ. So, taking a few minutes to wear right gear can prevent serious injury and help us stay healthy. So, that's it. Thank you.